For my AAC device, I created an accountable talk and communication binder. I created this binder with a specific student in mind. This student has autism spectrum disorder. He is verbal, and he does enjoy speaking with his peers. However, he does not fully understand social cues and rules for communicating in group settings. Here is the front of his binder. He really enjoys Pokemon, so we customized that for him. At the beginning of the binder, we have beginning of class routine and end of class routine. This is just to help him remember exactly what to do when he comes in the classroom and when he's leaving the classroom. These next two pages are something that we would work on in the resource room, and then these could be things that he could use in the Gen Ed classroom to help communicate what he's going through that day, and then also his Gen Ed teachers can help him practice his volume control, because that is something that he struggles with, is yelling at inappropriate times. On our next slide, we have a self-monitoring checklist, and this has 4 skills each day that Owen wants to monitor. And so in the bag, you see there are strips, and those strips have different skills for him to work on. So it could be, I want to do my work today, I want to work on my volume control, I want to work on communicating with my group. There are different things in there that he could bring into class and let his Gen Ed teacher know, this is what I'm working on today. And then on the next page, we have a guide, a visual to help him remember how to talk with his group. So it says, first I listen to what the person is saying. Then I think about what they said. Last, I respectfully reply to what they said. And so this is just to help him remember, all right, these are the steps that I should be taking when I'm speaking with my group. On the next 2 pictures, we have accountable talk suggestions. So what should you do as a speaker in a group? So you should look at the listener and make eye contact, speak at an appropriate voice level, speak clearly and slowly. And then what should you do as a listener? And then on the next part, we have accountable talk stems. So these are sentences that Owen can use to help him express what he's trying to say. So agree and disagree, extend, ask questions, make predictions, and then ask for someone to explain. So these are all things that he could just look at and say, okay, here's what I can say. I used to think this, but now I think this. And it'll help him to remember how to speak with his group. We also have big pages that show us exactly what he could say if he agrees with someone, if he disagrees with someone. And then there are also places where he can ask questions. So here we have a page where it says, what is my question? And so if he has a question, he can add his question to the page using Velcro, and he could let his teacher know, hey, I have a question. Can you help me understand? Can you explain that in another way? The purpose of the device is just to help Owen communicate his emotions, understand classroom routines, and provide reinforcement when he's communicating in group situations. He has issues communicating with others, and this binder is going to help him remember volume levels, give him steps for group communication, and provide sentence stems and questions that he can use when he's working with a group. The features, So this binder is customized to what Owen likes, which is Pokemon. It is easy to carry from one place to another in the school. Flippable pages help you move quickly from one skill to another. The laminated pages can be marked on with an expo marker, so the general ed teacher, can change things as she wants to. If Owen is having a specific emotion, they can, erase the old one and talk about the new one. The Velcro circles in the Ziploc bags help keep everything organized, and then the rings allow more pages to be added when necessary. The ease of use. This binder can be used in a variety of different settings. Once Owen has been introduced to the binder and trained on its use, he will only need a little bit of support and reminders from adults while the binder is in use. Also, the plan is to have a peer helper that can help Owen with the binder. Although there are some binders out there, I think that the good thing about creating a binder yourself is that you can customize it and you can add different skills that apply to specific students. The pros and cons. It's easy to make and add more materials. Variety of skills all in one place. Does not need to be charged like a tablet or electronic AAC device. Cons. Student might lose the binder or rip out pages, and then there's a chance that gen ed teachers might not utilize the binder. As far as affordability, the device is highly affordable and uses common school supplies and word processing software. So I used a binder that I already had, but you could get a binder for $5 to $6. The Velcro dots are usually around $5 to $10. Google Docs would be free with a Gmail or a Google account. And then for resources, you could use different blogs, you could use Teachers Pay Teachers, and you could also come up with some ideas yourself and type out different things that are applicable for the students.